In your trunk? No. Yes, I do watch anime. Not as much as I would like to. And, I mean, it's gonna sound weird, but I don't want to be pretentious, but I usually read the manga if given the choice. Or if I can even get my hands on it, I'd rather read the visual or read the light novel before I read the manga. Because it's not because I don't like anime, it's just because I read really fast and I have an opportunity to read all the time, rather than just with anime where you kind of have to dedicate hours of your day to watching it.
Will do.
Which I don't mind doing, but it's kind of just its own thing. Recently, the anime I've been trying to catch up with have actually been Gundam. Me and a couple of my friends have been watching Zeta Gundam, so we watched the first few. Yeah. Yeah, well, apple cider and wine are actually pretty close together for palates. There's a lot of wines that, if you like sweet wine, I would recommend, if you look for a type, it's called Moscato d'Asti, and it's a type of... Oh, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
No, just here to reset.
Type of sweet Italian white wine that's very nice. And it's going to be pretty low alcohol.
Whoa! Easy.
Yeah.
I'm not out to hurt you.
Yeah, you don't have to...
Well, I am.
It's chill car.
Why? Why decommiss yourself?
Because I'm a damn car in a world of humans. Ugly as...
Oh, I didn't want to skip that. I wanted to crouch on him. You don't have to
There are
jump.
other ways out besides suicide.
What? Therapy? A colossal waste of time. Shrinks hate vehicles. We don't have mothers.
Okay, this is good.
Could go back into the fold. Join the network.
Sword Art Online.
One big happy family.
This is gonna be bad, but I loathe and detest Sword Art Online because I absolutely love Sword Art Online.
Listen, suicide ain't no coming back.
Yes,
Always
apple cider is
worth
really
a better
good.
life.
I like winter spice cider.
Recognize me because I'm a car.
That's gonna sound complicated, but I love the
Body's
concept
just a
of Sword Art Online. I think it's a
You
really
exist.
cool thing to
You think
explore
the
and take a
world
look
gets you
at.
down.
I absolutely
Hour
despise the author of Sword Art Online for how
So,
he stabbed it in the
you'd
face
offer
and
this
made
advice
it
to
bleed
a
out
human in my
in a
place?
puddle of harem shit.
Gotta try to come to terms with this thing called life, Del. One wheel revolution at a time.
Fine, I'll go back.
I kind of feel bad for talking over this walk down session with that car, but yeah. So Sword Art Online was written by a harem author.
Ought to show this
The light
thing
novel
some love.
was, and he submitted it to a light novel contest, and he won that contest, and he got a bunch of money for winning that contest, as well as
You're an
he
absent
got
father.
a publishing
That's what I
deal
mean.
to continue writing that book. However, he had in the past only written harems. So that's why if you ever read the books, you notice it's broken up into book 1 is the entire arc with Kirito meeting Asuna, figuring out all the problems, getting to the end, it's over. Which it should have just ended there.
Holy shit!
Chill girl. I'm yelling about anime. Now, that's all fine. In fact, I actually think up until then it was pretty good. Oh yeah, Carrots. That's his name, Carrots. You don't have to refer to him as anything else. There's a tarot card back here. You need to go to Arasaka Tower. But yeah. So that first book was what he submitted, and it's a pretty long, well, it's not very long, it's a light novel, but it summarizes this entire story and ends. The next part is the author had to write more for that same setting, and he didn't want to move to anything else, so he just wrote more things for Sword Art Online. Which, unfortunately, he didn't have any good ideas for. So what he ended up doing was, well, not quite. He didn't do GGO just yet. He did his other things. And he started writing side stories in Sword Art Online, which were things like where Kirito gets his weapons, or Carrots talks about his past and why he didn't like guilds and all that stuff. And all that stuff, he develops the world, which normally I'd be all for. I love world building. Unfortunately, the author had only ever written harems and only knew how to write harems. So rather than develop any of the characters in a normal or realistic way, he wrote every single story arc as a hot anime girl falling for Kirito and joining his harem. And that's it. That's all there was. And it's just a look at how OP my main character is moment. And then, if it was just that, I'd be like, alright, whatever, fine. But it wasn't just that. He then wrote the next story, and the next story, and the next story. And it kept going on, following this character who should, by all rights, have just completely finished his story arc. It should have been over. He should have just moved on and made a new main character. But no, it has to be carrots every single time. Well, I mean, it's not really about who wrote it. Other people, like, if someone else wrote it, it sure would have been good. But, like, for example, the newest Sword Art, one of the ones was a Gun Gale Online where it follows a completely separate character. That one's much better. But one of the things that really offended me in Gun Gale Online is... Okay, this is going to be... I'm a huge nerd. I read the entire light novel series up until a decent way into the Ultimization arc. So in Gun Gale, they introduced this really cool secondary protagonist lady who is talented, who's a cool character, who has her issues, has flaws, and by all rights is actually a fairly well-written character. And this continues and goes on, and then the story kind of just throws itself off a cliff because it decides that rather than developing a love interest for this character, who's a female, of course, and has a set-up love interest, it just decides to make her love interest the main villain and then make her fall in love with Kirito anyway. And it's like, you know what? You didn't have to write carrots into this story at all. You could have just let it move on. But yeah, I just really don't like. Okay, so isekai as a concept is something I love. I love the idea of the escapism fantasy where you get teleported to an alternate reality with magic and swords or whatever. It's all cool. Sword Art Online was a very unique way to do it, and I thought that was deserving of a lot of praise for doing it that way. I do not enjoy wish fulfillment isekai, where it's all about the main character showing up and getting crazy powers that makes them stronger than everyone around, and the entire story follows them as they curb stomp the setting and show off their god mode. Now, the one exception to this is I don't absolutely hate Overlord, because Overlord does that, but it manages to at least have the rest of the setting be kind of cool, until again it kind of drops the ball as well and gives up. But until then, Overlord was good. Yeah, I just don't like the needless wish fulfillment, which is why when I'm browsing light novels to read, I'm looking for a new isekai. That same issue. It started strong, but then it just devolved into, look how strong the main character is. Wow, wouldn't it be cool to be all-powerful? Wouldn't it be cool to have all the main characters of this setting love you because you're stronger than them? And it's just like, alright, I'm not too interested in you anymore. And I kind of dropped it. What the hell's this one? What the hell is this area? Alright, I'm looking for this tarot card. I don't know. Where is it going with this? Wish fulfillment. Slime. I was talking about that before. I think it was Overlord I was mentioning. But yeah, no, I'm just not a big fan of those stories that kind of just throw away their writing. Okay, up there. Yeah. What's one that I like? It's okay. I was explaining. Oh, welcome back, Kyoku. I hope you're having a good night so far. It's below me. I'm trying to find this tarot card. And I'm also ranting and raving, or you could also call it bitching and moaning, about light novels. Ooh, this is cool. Hierophant. Or Hierophant. Hierophant? Yeah, Hierophant. Pronounce that. Hope you're having a good evening so far, Kyoku. I've just, as you can probably tell, been jamming to some Cyberpunk. Here, let's change the legend over. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the next tarot card. Some anime adaptations are better than them. I think they could be, but again, I tend to not read most anime adaptations. If there is a light novel, I'll generally go for that first. Where is the next tarot card? Well, maybe you should go to bed then, Kyoku. I'm not saying that you should go to bed right away, but maybe you should get comfortable and try to relax and take a nap, or unless you have to stream later, in which case, I'm sorry. Where is this next tarot card? Okay, what was I saying? I was in the process of explaining that when I'm browsing for new visual novels or light novels to read, I always filter out a couple of terms. I filter out harem because I can't stand it, but I also filter in almost exclusively books that have a female protagonist, because this tends to sidestep a lot of those really badly written wish fulfillment light novels that don't get anything done and just like fillet the main character over how cool he is, and it's like, alright, come on. I'm looking for Delamain HQ, actually. Okay, well, if you want to, there are free sites that read online. I don't know if you have a decent internet or if you have a phone. This is actually how I read pretty much everything. The website Novel Updates is where I would go to read light novels. And if you want to read manga, well, there's a bunch of manga sites. I prefer a split between Manga Rock or Manga Kakalot, which both have a webtoon-style scroll feature where it loads all the pages at once for a chapter, and you can just scroll through the pages. Yeah, I don't know. But those are two ways you can get online that'll read free translations of manga or visual light novels. Alright, no worries. I hope everyone else isn't getting mad about me and my awful tastes in anime and manga. I know I sound like I'm really pretentious or like stuck up with what I like. It's just, like I said, I read a lot, so I don't want to say that I have higher standards, but it's more just I only want to read things that I really like rather than reading everything. So I am a little bit more stuck up when it comes to reading. The High Priestess. Alright, so that's all of the tarot found. I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk to Misty, my good friend. What is this place, though? Because this place is weird. It's all dark in here. Oh, wow, okay. That's pretty cool. This is a weird little area. Locked, huh? Oh, it's facing the wall there. This is a weird little building. there's a crime scene set up here, but there's no police anywhere. Honestly, I'm getting vibes that are really similar to that murder scene I found a little while ago. With the guys camping in the woods and there's like the machete. What the heck happened up here? Can't open any of these. This, considering there's not a single NPC, enemy, or anything, I'm getting the suspicion that this place is like intended to be used as a DLC zone in the future. Like this is where one of the DLCs might take place. Or maybe just there's a story quest here that I haven't found yet. This is super weird. But yeah, so now you know my random opinions on why I love to hate sword art. I just can't get enough of how good it could have been. What the hell? Another floor up here. Get out of here. The other one that I did actually kind of like, that is a similar to sword art, that I thought had a lot better handling of some of its ideas, but again, I wasn't super pleased with it. I can't jump through there. Was Log Horizon, I think it's called. I guess I can't go up there. Log Horizon had some pretty cool bits. Again, I wasn't as big of a fan of it because I thought the whole part, like coming back to life, is every time it's a little bit odd. Okay, how do I leave? Okay, how do I get out of this building? Again, the main character of Log Horizon is a bit too, like, OP for my taste, but they do a lot better job. Unlike Carrots, who is always presented as, like, this unfailable hero who can do no wrong whatsoever. The character in Log Horizon, at least, you know, has something going for him. That's an interesting person to read about. But it's got a really cool way it develops its setting with the heroes being able to die. Unlike in Sword Art, where if you die, you know, you die in the game, you die in real life, like that really bad horror movie. Okay, how do I get out of this place? I gotta crawl through here? That's how I got in. How do I get out? Oh no, am I stuck? I think I might be stuck. Oh no. It's called Stay Alive. Ah, here we go, I got out. It's really bad. Don't watch it. I mean, you could. It's pretty funny. If you want to sit down with your friends and watch it, it's kind of funny, but it's pretty awful. The underline for the movie is if you die in the game, you die in real life. But, like, the developers didn't really know anything about video games going in, so it's not particularly well designed, or, like, it looks pretty awful. Let's get back to Misty. But yeah, Log Horizon doesn't have the main characters die when they're killed. I just also really... Again, I'm being too pretentious and too high-strung with my, I require things to be perfect, but I think Log Horizon kind of fumbles a lot when it comes to certain universal assumptions about the way people play video games. Which, I mean, hey, you know what? I probably follow the same kind of flaws. Alright, Misty. Let's have a chat about these tarot cards.
Saw more of those freaky murals.
Did they start making sense? Tell any sort of story?
Oh, just a bunch of tarot cards. Pretty sure my brain's now beyond repair.
The tarot tells the story of a fool's journey.
I'm standing on
Show me
1
what you
million
found.
lives. No,
I'll
I've
tell you
not
what's
heard of
left.
anything like that.
Here.
It actually kind of sounds a little bit familiar.
You're
but
still
I-
missing 2 arcana.
let me
Judgment and the
Google it
Devil.
up and see if I can recognize it.
My
but,
guess is that they relate to a turning point in your life. One that's soon to arrive.
Standing on 1 million lives. No, I did not see anything about this one. Yeah, that's too recent for me to really know about. What is it?
What's this judgment about?
One possible future of redemption, transition, awakening.
All right.
The angel with the trumpet symbolizes the end of an era and a call to rebirth, to a new beginning.
Rather not run into the devil. Got a feeling he's bad vibes.
That's the card of primal dormant desires, but also the will to survive.
Doesn't sound so bad, actually.
It also represents a false world, the trap these desires lay for you.
What's up with the wandering fool?
If you want to know some of my favorite
Full is
anime
you
slash
and
manga
Silverhand.
of all time,
You've traveled a long road together.
I would
Discovered your
recommend
potential.
Madoka
Where are we
Magica.
headed?
Puella Magia
Your
Madoka Magica
destination is the
is
world.
very, very
The
good.
final arcane.
It's a deconstruction
Both
of the
you
magical
waged
girl
a war
genre
in the world.
and has
So
a
there
lot
are
of
two
very cool
possibilities.
themes and character
Declare
developments.
victory or
Written by
make
Urobu
peace.
Jigen, who also
lose the war
wrote
too.
one of my other favorite
Yes.
animes, Fate Zero,
Unfortunately, that's
which
true.
I wouldn't recommend you watch until you play
Thanks.
all of the Fate
Didn't get much out of that.
visual
but-
novel, because I think that's the
Thanks.
best way to experience it.
You'll understand
Although,
when the time
if
comes.
you wanted to watch the anime, I wouldn't
can't
begrudge you
explain
any. It's
everything.
much easier.
All
Visual
the
novel's
tarot
like
can
80
tell
hours
me is
long.
that you will reach the world by one of 4 paths.
Meaning,
The final leg of the journey goes through the sun, the star, temperance,
Yeah, it was
or the devil.
novel updates.
could just die. Not even get that far.
Oh, come on. You won't let that happen.
Yeah.
Take this.
Every
That's all I
single
can do
novel
now.
on there will be linked to a what
Good
you
luck,
call it?
V.
A
Whatever
translator
road you choose.
blog, like WordPress or whatever, for each thing. Like you open up whatever.
Their bodies, they never
like
age.
whatever visual,
But
whatever light
notice
novel.
their eyes, cold and dead.
I love this guy.
Their
Yeah,
corporation
prophet.
exists only.
Got a lot of level up points that I just haven't spent yet, huh? Should probably do something about that. I don't really need any of these though. All these are submachine gun stuff.
Is cover for their wicked means to live, or rather, to remain undead. I tell you now, Saburo is not gone from our world.
Alright, let's,
He rests
What am I doing now? We'll go to this dig.
the family crypt. He
Oh,
feasts
hey.
on the blood of his servants, awaiting
Right,
his
so Saburo is definitely dead. Like, trust me on this.
such conviction. You witnessed his death with your own eyes.
What just so happens, no. No, I did not.
Ah, you see. But how could mere mortals become these death-defying
Alright,
abominations?
alright. I'm gonna leave. I don't like that guy. Techno Necromancers from Alpha Centauri. I mean, you know what? That would be a pretty cool plot point for something to cover. Tech Necromancers, or Techno Necromancers, whatever the term is, would be pretty cool. This way. Okay. Who's just firing a full auto gun down here? Like, chill. There we go. That's it, huh? Alright, yeah, what do we do? Punch the cop. I mean, I could punch the cop, but again, punching the cop doesn't really do a lot for me, because just... The cops infinitely spawn and don't drop good loot, so... There's not a lot of reason to do it except for grinding experience, but there's a better spot to grind experience, so... Also, it kind of ruins my immersion to go on a killing spree in this game. Because, like, I've been playing V as a fairly down-to-earth, not horrible person for the most part. Those guys are okay to punch, they have a bounty on their heads. And I'm a mercenary, so it's fine.
Boosters and bitches 24/7. Joy toys fit for royalty.
Okay, so this is a do not raise the alarm mission. Which, yeah, right? Elevator access. Cool. Stuff to sell. Alright. Hotel management stuff. Alright. So I got myself my elevator token without busting the place up and having to kill everyone here. I'm going to head up to the top floor of this place, and I think I'm going to steal something from someone, I'm sure. The plan is to be stealthy and not let anyone know I'm here. How that's going to go, we're going to see, because as you tell, I swapped out my hacking tool with a berserk upgrade. Well, yeah, it's like, you know, when you hear it, it's like, wake up, samurai, we've got a city to burn. Can't hack these cameras. Okay. Come on, here we go. Arasaka and ornithology. 3 Japanese words to know. Yeah, Kiji's a green pheasant. Heto is a dove. Daka is a hawk. Yep. Obtain Mikhail Akulov's shard. Ashtray and the foodie guy. I already have a copy of that. Alright, what does this have? Oh, no, we're going to turn off those cameras. Yeah. Bag for data carriers. Okay, so that's Mikhail Akulov. And his girl is walking away. Let's see what I can get from in here. Turn off. Yeah, it's just the same stuff as before, but maybe it access to different cameras. Here, let me quick save again. Let's go check out this next room up here. Ooh, this is a door onto this garden. I don't want to do that chest yet, I don't think. I think I can sneak down here. Probably take this girl out from behind. Oh, whoa, he's coming back. Alright,
Мне приказали закрыть контракт с Арасакой к концу недели.
Ну как? Времени совсем мало.
Мы предложим больше. Нельзя позволить китайцам нас обойти.
Может, заодно и нефть?
how am I gonna do this? I think I'm gonna have to get that bag.
Товарищ Надежда, вы ставите под сомнение авторитет генерального секретаря?
Не смешно. И ты это знаешь.
Ну, за народные массы.
Yes. I am trying to steal this Russian spy's data shard that's in that bag. But I've been tasked to not raise the alarm while doing so. So I'm waiting for these people to leave, because I somehow got to get both of them, I guess, knocked out. Okay, he's going outside. Okay, let me quick save real quick. I've took out their cameras. Yes, there we go. Got him. There we go. I don't need to worry about hiding his body because he can't review. He can't find it. Okay. There we go. There's the shard, the Pentos access token, and a knife. All right. That's a Pentos access token. That is Dubai, Sand and Death, which is I think a fictional story. Party room. Ramen. Oh, hey. Did you drop anything cool? No, just this. Don't fuck around these solo trips to the city. If you don't feel fucked, at least take Nads with you. Quit cutting comms. Serious and professional. Give a shit we talk about. There you go. Alright. And just like that, I can leave. That was a difficult mission that I managed to do perfectly, despite not having any of my hacking tools. Come on. Now, I think the intention for these missions is to be get in, get out, don't be seen, don't raise the alarm, don't even let them know you've been there. But you don't lose anything if you knock out everyone in the building. Despite, I imagine in 2 or 3 hours, or hell, even 30 minutes, one of those people's going to wake up and be like, wait a minute. What just happened? I remember someone choking me out. Where'd that person go? What did they take? Etc., right?
How can I help you today?
Can't.